Here's a run through of the 20-ounce tapered mock-up, tumbler mock-up. First thing to do is to get rid of this space saving layer. You can either drag it here in the layer palette into the bin there. We can just disable it with the eye icon. First thing to do is probably put your design on there, so follow step 1 here where it says double click smart object. This opens this screen. From here you've got to follow step 2, which is double click to this smart object to add design. So this is the last step. Now go to File, Place Embedded to add your design. Then go to your hard drive, find your design, scale it as you require. If it's a full wrap design, then drag it to the edges so you cover the full area of the canvas. When you're done with placing your design, close it down and make sure you say yes here, and then close this one down and make sure you say yes here. Now if you drag the indicator here, this shows you what frame you're on, and you can quickly scan through. When you're ready, hit the hamburger menu and render video. Select your folder to choose where you want to save it and give it a file name. You can leave all these defaults as they are. If you ever have problems with on a Mac, you could just change it to QuickTime. You should be okay with the default settings. Then when you're ready, click render. Now this will take a few moments depending on how fast your machine is. Okay, that's nearly done now. When it is, just toggle over to your hard drive, and there's your video. Now, just one thing I didn't quite mention there was, let's get back into the step 2. There it is, step 2, double click that. Here's all my text here. Obviously, if you don't want that, just either throw that in the bin after you've added your own design, of course. But yeah, just wanted to point that out. Now the background you can replace. You just double click the background layer there. There's my layer, but just go File, Place Embedded to get or copy and paste in your own design. If you want to change the colour of the tumbler, you can do that. If you've got like my design where it's got lots of transparency coming through and you want the tumbler to be a custom colour, just open up that folder called Tumbler. Scroll down to where you see Colour Overlay. Double click that, and using the Colour Overlay, change to whatever colour you want. Now you'll notice the green of my designs changed there, and that's because the design in here is defaulting to assuming it's a white tumbler, and so it's got multiply. So if you are going to use this color effect, make sure to change that to normal. So I'll repeat that again. If you're using the color option, you're changing it from white, it will affect your design. So just change the design layers blending mode from multiply to normal. To sunset that, we don't want that. Let's go back to white. and having it multiply just gives it a slight extra realism on white. That is, of course, if you've got white tumbler. There are 3 levels of reflection with this. Let's get back so we can see it better. This is the default, the medium, but there's a lower one if you just want low reflections. There's also a high for high reflections. Obviously you can also dial down the level using the opacity there. There's a shadow layer also that you may want to turn off if you want a solid white background. But I think that's covered everything.